This is chaotic, and it's the case in the chamber. Lilith Lance is supposed to be in the hospital, ladies and gentlemen, but Bernard Brickley just lost his contract for a countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, the wise man to Vince, the CEO. I mean, hooks on, throws him, okay, through the cage. Oh, GMK steals it with a roll-up. GMK rolls up the sheep. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's Dragon Robotic. The music.
Our history. Our moment. Our legacy. This is who we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the RPW Universe. Today is a KR day here, live on a Monday, live on the Blue Brand, ladies and gentlemen. Live for a World War Zone like no other. Man, this run up to Beach Bash has been absolutely generational. Ladies and gentlemen, a very fun one today, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking off with former friends Dragon Demonic, the United States champion, going up against Fredo, two former Bullet Club members, one-on-one. Then we have the first of two women's tag team matches, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys know KR has been loving the women's tag team division every single week, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have Morrigan and Dawn. One from Fury, one from World Wars, and the unholy union of the Final Testament teaming up together up against Amber and Cheese. An interesting tag team there. Cheese, of course, part of the Authority from World War Zone. Amber, the Dominion champion from Friday Night Fury. So interesting there. We have one from each brand on each team. Then we have two believers back-to-back against their champion opponents. We have Drew Payne versus Axiom Vex. We have Com versus El Baron. We now know at Beach Bash, we are getting the Believers versus the Luchadors, ladies and gentlemen, for the RPW Tag Team Championships that they won last week in the main event. So nice to see them in one-on-one action. We then have the first of two Fatal 4-Way matches here today. Higgs T, Martin the Mouth, Callacane, and new World War Zone superstar, returning World War Zone superstar, Sam Everett, ladies and gentlemen, was fired last night by to Vince Shimo. Not fired from RPW, just fired from Friday Night Fury. So he's returning to a Warzone here today in the Fatal 4-Way with names he's very familiar with. Higgs T and Martin the Mouth. Callacane also involved there as well. We have Astra Starling, the superhero, versus Sky Demoy, ladies and gentlemen, here on World War Zone. But for the second Fatal 4-Way match, Crazy Smile Man, RK, Oliver Kings, and Kai Ju Jaeger. A very fun Fatal 4-Way match up there. We know RK is going up against Dragon Demonic at Beach Bash. The other three need to find their way to the party, ladies and gentlemen. This time last year, Kaiju Jaeger became United States champion at Beach Bash. I believe that was last year, not the year before, so he would love to be back at Beach Bash, that's for sure. Penultimate match today, another women's tag team match. I think it should have been the main event, ladies and gentlemen, but we have the Dynasty versus Mutiny. Now, there is a big stipulation for this one. If Mutiny lose this match, they will be forced into Beach Bash promotional content led by the Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. If they win, they can avoid those responsibilities. And then the main event here today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Beach Bash preview. We have Gore versus Sibs. Two absolute World War Zone powerhouses going up against each other. Now, stat-wise, percentage-wise, the odds are in favor of Sibs for that one-on-one match, ladies and gentlemen. You know, numbers can be swayed. Numbers can always change. Big upsets can happen. But one thing I do know is going to be an absolutely amazing match, ladies and gentlemen. That is for sure. Lovely to see all of you here today, though. Tyler West, Gore, Jocko, Clutch, Madison, Axiom, Vex, R-Dub, Sam Everett, GMK. Love to see everyone here for a Woe Warzone, ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off. Always exciting. Always exciting. A couple of weeks away from Beach Bash. I have been told to say this at the top of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm, after today's show, backstage area, we are getting our first preview, ladies and gentlemen, of the Beach Bash stage and arena. We are getting our first preview, and I think it is going to be absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to see what they've cooked up, ladies and gentlemen. That is for sure. A couple of weeks away. We're in Charlotte here today as we kick things off with our United States champion going up against Fredo. One-on-one, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very excited. I don't think Fredo's lost since returning, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he's 100% right now. Boom, since returning. Turning around at 45% on his season. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Sebastian Cruz for Woe Warzone. Here on a Monday. Ready for this one. Very, very exciting times indeed, Reno. These two former members of Bullet Club, of course. Former leaders. I mean, when you think of Bullet Club, you think of Dragon Demonic or Fredo. They were the pinnacle, really, of what made Bullet Club, that is for sure. I don't think we've seen them. Have they ever had a one-on-one before? I don't know if they have or not. I think it's going to be a great one to kick off the show. The real show opener this is. That's for sure. A real show opener. 100%. Where's my fan charger? Let's make sure I don't lose this fan. And again, of course, this man, Mr. Case in the Chamber, returned in Newcastle. And we know he cannot cash in, of course. He's already cashed in, technically, for Beach Bash, ladies and gentlemen, the People's Champ. A real fan favorite. His never give up attitude, still 100% in the season. He wants to replicate what Sibs done last year to him, ladies and gentlemen, at Beach Bash, where he cashes in to make it a triple threat and walk away as your RPW Universal Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to be easy to do. Not going to be easy to do, that's for sure. But he wants to hopefully go into Beach Bash 100%. He beat Gore after winning the briefcase. He beat RK. He's not shying away from big names. Fredo since returning. Gore, RK, now Dragon Romanic. Really not shying away from the big names on Woe Warzone, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna be a tough one either way. I love the dark blue. Anonymous General Manager has been very vocal recently about Woe Warzone, about how well Woe Warzone has been doing it. About how impressed they are with Woe Warzone as a show. Of course, with Supremacy next month, there's a lot of talk about who's going to be the team captain, leading the lines for Supremacy, as Woe Warzone is underway with the first match of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be having you. Never give up. Romanic says never rust. We'll see which happens first. Is this charge going to work? Break everything. There we go. I think it's charging. Beautiful. Need a bit of air going today. It's very, very hot in the arena. But that will not stop us from having a good time. No, sir. Rebob. Welcome in Tyler West. Former Woe Warzone man himself. No news on Fury. As of right now, there was some talk. Of course, Luka Novak and GMK been going back and forth. To Vince said potentially getting Brutus Brickley involved. Or, you know, we still have 2 weeks, so there still may be some changes over on the Fury side. We know a few matches now for Beach Bash, or we can assume some matches, that's for sure. First pinfall goes to Fredo. We can assume some matches 100%. A lot of triple threats going down. A lot of fun title matches, that's for sure. And a lot of intense competition, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about that. What a backbreaker. Fredo calling for him straight back up. I'm going to keep the fan off my face. My eyes are too weak. Brutus just wants to slide in. I hear the point he said of, like, Luca didn't necessarily earn the match. It was just that Luca was talking to you over and over again. You're retired, so you didn't really earn the match either. You've been just sitting at home. As far as I see it, it's fair game right now. I mean, Luca Novak technically just slid in and started talking to you. Like, I don't think there's... I back to Vince in the scenario. If more people want to get involved at Beach Bash, I think the more the merrier. And I don't think anyone earned a match. I mean, you've been at home for months. You've not been performing. Why would you be at pay-per-view over superstars that appear week in and week out? Luca and Brutus, they're both in the same situation, too. They both lost on Fury last week to be for the Intercontinental Championship. So if I'm Brutus and I'm seeing Luca get a free pay-per-view match for no reason, I would be pissed as well, to be fair. I would be pissed as well. Brutus made his name known as well. You know, former Regents Rumble winner, former Regents main eventer. I think he made some fine points. Kind of sick by the referee. Romanik is bleeding out there. Kind of 7 now. Fredo gets him back in the ring. I like that. We don't want this ending via counter to kick up the show, that's for sure. Fredo with the pinfall. Is enough blood dripped down the face. No chance. Romanik been very resilient this season so far. Back up to his feet. Big clothesline takedown. Romanik is feeling it, ducks him, and dumps him, ladies and gentlemen. Back up to his feet, big spine buster. Fredo rolls straight out of it, though, Superman punch. Fredo gets clocked middle of the ring. Romanik to the corner. Romanik surging, we saw him at Breakout last week. Hit Jitendra Khan with that spear, ladies and gentlemen, cut him in half. And practically gave the win to Asher Kane to retain this one. Not done just yet, though, after that spear. 2 count and a kick out, but early offense by the United States champion. Hello, everyone. Match 7 is going to be a movie. Yes, it is. Kaiju Jaeger. I love seeing Kaiju in the ring with massive superstars. Crazy, RK Ollie. I love that Kaiju Jaeger is involved with those names. I think it's going to be a great match. Love to see her. Kaiju, as always. My friend, big spin buster. Romanik's been red hot this season, by the way. Talking about an Architect and El Fantasma, and there's a lot of... I don't know, a lot of mystery right now about Romanik. I mean, he got the United States Championship, and I thought, okay, we're going to have a nice open and honest United States champion, putting on bangers and fighting everyone, and all of a sudden, him and Asher Kane helping each other out. Lovely move there by Fredo. Goes up for the pinfall himself. Hooks one leg of the US champion. Would be big for Fredo to pin the US champ before going to Beach Bash for the Universal Championship, that's for sure. Equally would be big for Romanik. He has RK at Beach Bash. He wants to make sure he's going in with momentum. FaceTime down, though. It took 3 of those to put down RK last week. Ladies and gentlemen, and just takes the one against Romanik here on Warzone. Fredo remains 100%, and that is a case of just pure resiliency. Romanik was dominating. Romanik was looking very, very good. All of this match, hit the spear first, hit the Superman punch first. It all comes down to resiliency, and Fredo has always been good at kicking out pins. Never give up is his mantra. This was a new move I've never seen from him before. Midsection of Romanik may have winded him. He couldn't get back up. 1D, boom. Kick right to the face. And of course the move that he's been winning with for years now, boom. The FaceTime connects, and Fredo still 100% going into Beach Bash. Potentially, there is one more show before Beach Bash. He's taken on Gore, RK, and Dragon. I mean, realistically, next week, this week we have Gore v Sibs. Next week, I would love to see Fredo versus Sibs before the Beach Bash match. That's just me personally. I would love to see Fredo versus Sibs one-on-one before the Beach Bash triple threat, ladies and gentlemen. Fredo has so much momentum on his side, RW really does. Adam, how are you feeling today? There's a few curses going around by that new proprietor. Of course, we have two of them today. One being Sam Everett, one being XT. In the same match, Madison Carter and Ada from Origin are both cursed as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, a lot of mystery and intrigue revolving around those, ladies and gentlemen. As the final testament, we haven't seen these two share the ring in a while. Of course, since Hope and Turner's lost the Prestigious Championship, we've not seen or heard from Hope and Turner. Now, the final testament are still around. Dawn and Morrigan both make their way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is a very devastating tag team. Morrigan this season has not been great. Dawn has a championship match at Beach Bash. She's in a triple threat with Willow Sky and Geist, ladies and gentlemen, for the Women's World Championship. She's been in triple threat before and lost this season. I think we may be seeing Dawn as Women's World Champion again. She has the staff back out, and she's teaming with Morrigan here today. Now, I've heard that Morrigan left a little treat for Amber, ladies and gentlemen, a little message of sorts, basically saying that she is gunning for Amber's Dominion Championship, ladies and gentlemen. So I can see why maybe this match was booked in the women's division. You have Morrigan from Fury gunning for Amber's Dominion Championship. You have Dawn on Woe Warzone. Of course, the one that pinned Cheese last week, and that meant that Cheese is now unable to compete for the Women's World Championship until she wins another championship. That championship may have to be the women's tag team titles of the Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen, which again, I think that's why this match was made. Dawn and Cheese with their rivalry of Amber and Morrigan. Apparently Morrigan wants that Dominion Championship now. I think that'll be a fantastic rivalry over on Friday. If the curse people lose today, I might be cooked. There were no curses. Agreed, though, curses are not real, especially from the clown. Touch wood, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm staying out of that talk because I don't want to be cursed. Even if they're not real, I don't want that out of my head. I'm going to stay out of that as the Dominion champ enters into the ring and awaits her tag team partner. Now, Morrigan and Cheese. Morrigan and Cheese have really been struggling this season. Amber and Cheese is a fantastic tag team, by the way. Amber and Cheese are similar songs as well. I mean, maybe Amber's under the microscope for the Authority to join Cheese. I don't know. There's been no official announcement, but Amber and Cheese is a very, very strong team. That is for sure. Amber's not had the best tag team record with Jocelyn Clover. I do like them together, but maybe Clover's just not up to scratch with Amber. Maybe Cheese is the better partner for her, maybe to Vince. Keeping an eye on this one to see how they perform together. I think they've had a tag team match before as well. Might be wrong. Absolutely incredible tag team match. And again, later today we have Dynasty versus Mutiny. The women's tag team division, I think, is stronger than both men's tag team divisions put together. I really do. It may be part and parcel because obviously tag teams kind of appear on both shows. But I truly think the women's tag team division is stronger than both the men's tag team divisions put together, ladies and gentlemen. That sums up this season so far. Extreme Rules tag team action here today. The Final Testament versus Cheese and Amber, the Dominion champ here on Woe Warzone. Good pull from the anonymous general manager there. And we'll see who can come away with the win here today. Glass pissing me off. Morrigan going off the Cheese. Morrigan lacks the size, but it has not stopped her before. Former Case in the Chamber winner, former Women's World Champion. Dawn is very tall. Dawn has the size of the Unholy Union. Morrigan, though, she doesn't have the size, but she is just as scary, ladies and gentlemen. Just as terrifying. She really, really is. I think this is an insane tag team match. When you think about the success of these superstars, You got to imagine Hope Eternal is somewhere watching this match go down. And obviously Dawn, a former tag team champion with Hope Eternal way back when. Thumbtacks in the ring. Bodies everywhere. Sometimes you start a show and you just know it's going to be a great show. You just know it's going to be a great show. In your opinion, who is better between Dawn and Morrigan? I would go with Dawn. I mean, Dawn's been here for longer. When you look at the stats as well, I mean, Dawn is, in my opinion, one of the most dominant superstars of all time, averaging 56% of her career, 56% this year. She has 8 championships to her name, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of them being Women's World Championships, which she's number 1 contender for again. 2 of them being tag titles, 3 of them being Dominion Championships, and 1 of them being a Liberty title of 146 days, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn is an absolute monster when it comes to RPW. Morrigan, again, averaging 52%. This year, she's on 20%, been struggling a lot this season, but in 27 matches, she is a world champion and a case in the chamber holder, so she has definitely held her own early doors in her career. And I think Dawn and Morrigan together is absolutely mental, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn and Hope was devastating and deadly, and that was when Hope was focusing on the prestigious championship as well. Dawn and Morrigan are both just free to focus fully on this tag team division. Morrigan, now going after Amber for the Dominion. Dawn going after Willow Sky's Women's World title. I could see them both being double champions. I think, again, both of them are so talented. I know Cheese and Morrigan are struggling this season, but big, RK is struggling as well. Tyler West is struggling as well. Daniel started struggling before he left. Big names can struggle. Brandon, Giant, Dino, they was all struggling before. Now Brandon and Giant are champions, And we see this split instantly. Morrigan announces she's going after the Dominion Championship with a mystery message to the champ Amber. Now they're fighting out in the ring. Cheese and Dawn outside. Remember, Dawn pinned Cheese last week, which means Cheese is unable to compete for the Women's World Championship. Welcome in, Tito Tolos. You are a little late, but that is okay, my friend. Welcome into a Warzone, the new European champion. Which still feels weird to say. It feels crazy that Chance Carter is no longer champion. Asher Kane, the first 100-day Origin champ. Of course, it was announced it's not going to be vacated. He is going to be injured for a while. But he will make his way back, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn and Amber now. A bit of brand versus brand action. World Warzone versus Fury. Nice slam down by Dawn. I love the team of Amber and Cheese. I think they're very talented, but I think I've got to go with the final testament on this one. Dawn and Morrigan. Yes, indeed. First of 2 tag matches today. No men's tag team action today. 2 women tag team matches and 2 women tag team matches I think are absolutely amazing. What is Dawn going for? Massive springboard. Oh my god, that terrified me. She ran into the camera. And she runs right over to Cheese, helping out Morrigan. Good tag team action there. Dawn against Cheese again. Nice reversal from the Authority's very own. Cheese has her own accomplishments to her name, that's for sure. Multiple time world champion, the first ever world champion of RPW, of course. A hell of a matchup between these 4 superstars. A hell of a matchup indeed. Amber, nice slam down. I've heard Amber has a Dominion Championship title defense from last Fury. Oh, nice. Into the ring post goes Dawn. Brutal. It was planned for last Fury. I know a lot of names gunning for her. And now Morrigan with that secret message. Maybe, I think Morrigan was meant to be the opponent last week, but maybe some last-minute mind games. She went up against Irena Mortain as well. Very similar vibes in terms of superstars who... I don't want to say any words that might upset either of them, but I think unhinged comes to mind when you think of superstars like Morrigan or Irena Mortain. No disrespect intended to either of them, but they definitely are 2 different superstars on Holy Union, both thrown into the ring at the same time. Cheese setting up Hey, ladder, welcome in Spiral. Unlucky that dark match from last week's World Warzone. It was good to see Spiral get a match, though. No, he's been asking to Vince week in and week out to know a very old cheese on the thumbtacks. Unholy Union starting to take over a bit now. Good to see you, Spiral. Loved the new attire. Look at Dawn go again. Eyes in the back of her head, helping Morrigan. Cheese is putting out thumbtacks in the ring. And Cheese and Morrigan left alone in the ring. Two superstars been struggling in this match. And this season, their percentage is nowhere near where it should be for their talent. Pinfall by Morrigan. On Cheese. Gets a 1 count. Oh, still chest shot. The face of Amber. Neck breaker, and again on the thumbtacks goes Cheese. Writhing in agony, Dawn. Oh boy. Oh, she has the arm outside. Has the arm wrenched. Through that chair. Amber fights out of it. Back in the ring. Dawn keeping control on the outside into the ring post goes Amber on a Holy Union. Really taking over in this one. Nice roll out of the way. Dawn controlling the outside. Morrigan's strength. No, doesn't have it again. That's the difference in size, ladies and gentlemen. Big Brutus Brickley t-shirt front row there. Love to see the World Warzone crowd showing support for Fury and vice versa. There are some fans who live and die by one of the shows or one of the brands, but there are other fans who just love RPW in general and show up to all shows, so it's always interesting to see the diehard fans. Oh, big boot by Dawn. Not Fool's Count anyway, of course. They do need to end in the ring. Dawn coming to help out with the steel chair shot right to Cheese. Turning the tides. Springboard by Morrigan. Cheese rolling out, welcoming Torok. Another name that we need to see more from. I was so excited for Torok when he first joined. I was hoping for a championship or two by now. Good to see here on World Warzone though. Torok not booked for today's show. Morrigan goes down. Amber wants a bit of Dawn though. Dawn thrown away, but you got to watch her back. Morrigan gets involved. I love the apron there, the big Z front and center, right in the middle of War and One in the World Warzone logo. Morrigan hooking on. The Dominion champion. Swinging neck breaker. Very, very nicely done. Amber stopping herself from entering the ring again. Morrigan just staring her down. Morrigan fighting off. Amber. Oh, I hate this move. Oh, on the outside. Brutal DDT. Very, very brutal. More thumbtacks in case we need them. Morrigan sees Dawn being pummeled. Morrigan just watching. And now she gets involved with a DDT of her own. They've swapped again. Dawn, Amber in the ring. Watch out for the steel chest shot right to the face though. Morrigan with the best worst move in RPW history, ladies and gentlemen. Even the most unhinged of superstars still know what the fans love to see. Amber with the pinfall though on Dawn. Morrigan hoofing it, not quick enough, but Dawn able to kick out. Cheese is down on the outside. Morrigan with a submission. We've not seen a submission victory in a while, ladies and gentlemen. Amber bent in half. Dominion champ able to fight out of it though. And all four superstars back into the ring, and here we go. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Amber going top rope, perfectly positioned. Morrigan, big reversal. Oh, Cheese caught midair. Insane reversals. Dawn and Amber going at it now. On the chair goes Amber. Dominion champ planted. Table in the ring. Oh, Cheese gets in the way. I think that was perfectly timed. Dawn was setting up for something. Instead, Cheese wanting some revenge from last week, ladies and gentlemen. Women's tag team division. Absolutely incredible. Dawn planted. Morrigan sneaks in though. And look at the springboard maneuver. Moves out of the way, but Amber dodges. Morrigan falls flat and rolls out of the ring. Can we come back to the ring, Brett? There we go. Amber in hot pursuit. She's Dawn left alone in the ring again. Table to the face of the Dominion champ. Dawn face first plummeted. Cheese is going for a pinfall. Morrigan there to break things up. Extreme Rules tag team action means all 4 superstars in the ring at once. Oh, nice reversal in the back there. Cheese rolls out. Dawn might have to help out with Amber here. Oh my God. I don't think she caught her properly. Amber rolled out, but that's gotta sting. A trash can to the face. But she meets her in the ring. Big slam down. Cheese distracted with Morrigan. Dawn pinning the Dominion champion 2 count. How good is this match, ladies and gentlemen? How good is this match, eh? And we still have another tag team match coming later today. Amber, reversal, flips through, powerbomb. Can't pin though with Morrigan there. Table getting flung all around the place. Oh my God, thrown into Cheese. Cheese on top of the table, which is on top of Dawn. Morrigan just stares her down. Cheese is stronger though. Irish whip. Dawn ducks, Morrigan reverse. Oh, what a sequence! Oh, that was awesome! Dawn top rope. Cheese, watch out with a cave in. Oh, 4 to the outside again. Oh, the women's division is incredible. Specifically the women's tag team division. It is absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. Imagine Dawn pins Cheese again after last week, or if she makes her tap out. Cheese is bleeding. Dawn focusing on the arm. Cheese rolls out. Cheese and Dawn, an age-old rivalry. I love what they both have going on. Morrigan swinging a neck breaker. Morrigan might have to watch the ring though. Not looking good for Dawn right now. Amber Morrigan right by my announcer's desk. Cheese, Dawn in the ring. Ref watching on. And here come the other 2. The blood down the face, the thumbtacks in the body. Morrigan has seen better days. That's for sure. Dawn to the corner. Time for Cheese and Amber to have some offense now. None of these 4 superstars want to be the one to take the pinfall, that's for sure. That's the thing in a tag match. One of you have to let your partner down. And none of these 4 want to be that one. You can see the hatred between Cheese and Dawn at any moment they have. They go at each other. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see Morrigan and Amber share the ring on Friday nights as well, ladies and gentlemen. Morrigan would make an amazing Dominion champion. A great opponent for Amber too. She's reversed. Amber Dawn in the ring. Morrigan, another reversal. What's Dawn? Oh, Dawn reverses. Let's make sure we know where these cameras are. Dawn, German suplex. Should go for the pin. No, Morrigan though. She's in the outside. Dawn, and there's a pinfall on Amber in the ring. Oh, and Amber still going. Amber still going and rolls out. My goodness gracious me. I think we need some more thumbtacks personally. I think we need some more. Amber. Dominion champion with a backbreaker. Pinner. No, she's setting up for one more. She's doing her job. Keeping Morrigan. Oh, I was going to say occupy. Dawn on the thumbtacks. There's the pinfall. Morrigan Dawn fighting outside, and Dawn with the strength to kick out. Lovely dodge of the super kick. Oh, what a dodge! And the chair goes Amber back of the head. On the chair goes Amber. Dawn to pin the Dominion champion. 1, 2, 3. And the unholy union of the final testament. Dawn and Morrigan. Women's tag team division has just been put on notice, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, oh sorry, gracious me. A 5-star tag team match. Yeah, women's tag team division. I know a lot of people haven't seen too much of Morrigan this season. A lot of newer faces in the RPW universe may not know too much about Morrigan. Former Case of the Chamber winner. Former Women's World Champion via cash-in. Oh my goodness. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is a devastating tag team. These women's are a hell of a match. Need more Morrigan. I don't think that'll be the last you see of her and Amber. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Dawn in a number one contenders match or in a title match at Beach Bash. Maybe they have eyes on the women's tag titles as well as we move on. Back-to-back Believers, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the Believers got some new superstars. Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Blaze and Oliver Lane are new Believers joining Drew Payne. They have 2 Origin superstars, ladies and gentlemen, joining the Believers. What do we think about that? Now, this is a fun one because this is a preview of Beach Bash, of course. Drew and Com are both number one contenders. They have a match at Beach Bash, surprisingly, against Axiom Vex and El Baron. Now, they split them up into 2 one-on-ones. First, we have Drew and Axiom Vex. Then we have Com and El Baron. Ladies and gentlemen, I wonder how Landon Oliver helped with Drew's cause, which we don't even know about. There is one half of the RPW Tag Team Champions. And what a look it is for him. Axiom Vex's first championship in RPW. He went from Origin. He was one of the first superstars to be called up, him and Garrett Flynn. Love the championship around his waist as well. Clutch Power says, let's go, Drew. We believe. Clutch Power is a believer. Very nice, Tron. I'm a big fan of Axiom Vex. This man has done amazing things. He deserved the call-up, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. He deserved the call-up. A preview for Drew Payne to see what these tag team champs are all about. Do you believe in Drew Payne, or are you back in at one half of the RPW tag team champs? Companion and El Baron up next. But first, we have Drew Payne and Axiom Vex, ladies and gents. Back-to-back one-on-one matches. Oh, Drew Payne trying to steal it. Early doors, he believes a roll-up is the way to go against the champ. Gets the 2 count. Early doors, and could you imagine it ended like that? Axiom Vex. He thinks he has a roll-up in him. Going bar for bar with the roll-ups. Gets 2 count raw. Payne reversing, no mind. Axiom Vex. Oh, back to the top, no mind. That title looks gorgeous. I definitely prefer the RPW tag title design compared to the World tag title design. That's for sure. Oh, what a drop kick. Whew. Drew Payne. Wasting time. Axiom Vex, a real high flyer of the luchadors. He loves the high-risk maneuvers, and we're going to see some here today. See, it's sent on off that springboard. And he's not done there, ladies and gentlemen. Through the middle rope into a little frog splash. We are going to see a lot of high-flying maneuvers from the RPW Tag Team Champion. That's for sure. Nice reversal there by Drew Payne. He wants to join the cruiserweights. He wants to show he can do some springboards too. He goes flying high there. Suplex, boom. Nice set-off suplex as well. Good one-on-one action. Good preview of Beach Bash. Of course, it's not a tag match. It's not a title match. But it's still good to get used to your opponent. This is the first time Drew and Axiom have shared the ring together. It's good to get used to your opponent before a big pay-per-view match with the titles on the line. Axiom Vex's first title defense of his RPW career as well. You want to know about your opponent beforehand. I think this is great by the Anonymous General Manager again. I think it's very, very smart. Letting them have a preview. Let them get to grips with each other. This Axiom guy just does not stop moving, does he? He does not stop moving. For the life of him. I like that about him, though. He's always going, always moving, always doing something to get the crowd on their feet. Who has the resiliency of this one? Another 2 count. Another 2 count. Root to the outside. Vex joins him. Row! Mexican Destroyer on the outside. Shades of El Baron with that one. Vex thrown back in, though. Ref, you don't have to count them both back in the ring. No, face first. I like that move. Drew springboard knees up. Nice reversal there. He's got a cool look. He's fast. He's nimble. Just gives off mid-card champion. I mean, that's what he's trying to fight, though. You know, he's trying to fight those allegations. I mean, everyone wants to be a world champ, of course, in their career. And I think Axiom Vex is right up there as well. He wants to be a world champion. He may not look like a world champion, like a Sibs, like a Brandon Bobs, like a Laminois, but that's what these people are trying to fight, you know. Cebu, the biggest little man in RPW history, he's a former Universal Champ. Some people might not have the look, might not be world champ material in some people's eyes, but that doesn't mean they can't win that title. I can definitely see Axiom Vex winning a lot of championships in his career. As Drew Payne goes for the Pop Rocks. Now that move takes a lot of athleticism. Would be massive for Drew to pin one half of the tag team champions, the Payne Verizon. Rolls him over, hooks the leg, and gets a 2 count. Good start by Drew, though. Payne Verizon connecting. Axiom Vex just popped up. I was mid-drink thinking he was running over to the corner. What did he just popped up out of nowhere? Mid-drink. Knee strike to the face in a 2 count of his own. I agree, and I know what you mean, R-Dub. I can see him as a mid-card champ 100%. I think him and El Baron could be great tag team champs too. I think they have the vibe of a tag team champs as well. I really, really do. Get Sombra Del Rio in with them. Drew reversing. No, he doesn't. Drew is planted. To the outside goes Payne. Axiom Vex, I told you, this man never stops impressing. He loves a high-flying maneuver. He loves it. Rolls right into a left hook. Oh my God, nice move there by Drew. Just right to the face. Vintage Drew Payne, that is. What's he going for? Little Payne clash, kind of. Little throwback, maybe. In the locker, Axiom is top 3 favorite RPW wrestler right now. Not going to lie. Wow, Drew Payne, our referee. Does he believe in cheating, ladies and gentlemen? That steel ring is exposed because the turnbuckle has been removed. Can we get a drone camera out there? This exposed steel ring. Ladies and gentlemen, don't want anyone going near that, that's for sure. Axiom, listen to this crowd, man. Listen to this crowd. Oh, face first into turnbuckle. Ref is fixing. No, he's not, sorry. I thought he was. Oh, big forearm. It is still exposed over there. There's a pinfall. Ref, quick. Go and pin. I was ready to scream then. Great matchups today, man. Really fun matchups. Now Drew goes for the pin. Just a 1 count on the champ, though. Whoa, he's faster. A Mexican destroyer is faster. Ladies and gentlemen, by the bottom rope, but still kicking out. Oh, that Mexican destroyer is fucking devastating. It really, really is. Power slam. Perfectly primed and positioned. Oh, Drew smart to roll out. I think Vex was going top rope instead. He stops him from rolling out and sets up. Hooks the arm. Boom! Good night, Drew Payne. Believe in... Oh, he grabs the rope. Believe in the rope break. Referee sees it. Vex can't believe it. He grabbed the rope for a rope break. And now the ref is fixing the turnbuckle. Drew with a reversal. He believed in the rope break, ladies and gentlemen. Unluckily so, that rope break just saved his match. What a smart play by Drew Payne, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very, very smart. Very, very, very smart. Believers cheering him on. Axiom Vex, shoulder first. Into the ring post. Drew, oh man, Drew's feeling it, all right. Hey! Drew is feeling it. Bit of disrespect to the luchador. I don't think that's going to impress many of the Mexican fans. I don't think Mexico are going to be believing in Drew Payne after disrespecting a well-respected luchador of their culture. Seated top rope. Great match, though. All the same. What is Drew doing? Oh, Drew again! The refs just fixed it. The ref saw him. He's going straight to fix it now. Drew Payne, what is he doing? Pinfall, well, rightfully so. The ref is distracted. You silly sausage. What is he playing at? Both superstars to the outside now. Outrageous. Oh my goodness! Drew Payne! He just went floating. Over the top rope into Pop Rocks. On the barricade, on the apron. Drew needs to get him back in the ring. And he does just that, ladies and gentlemen. Dare I say, middle of the ring. Drew Payne may have just upset one half of the RPW Tag Team Champs. No. Some of the crowd cheering for Drew, some cheering for Vex. Nice reversal out the corner. Great one-on-one, can I just say. We have CAW and El Baron up next. An amazing match. Pump. Oh! What a move! I believe in Drew. Oh my God, what a kick out! Oh my goodness! How is Vex still kicking out? Drew Payne can't believe it. I thought for sure that was it. The Pain Verizer should be done. Ladies and gentlemen, believe in Drew. What a match. And advantage goes to the believers as we head towards Beach Bash, ladies and gentlemen. That might be one of the best matches of Drew Payne's career. Wow. Wow. He has the experience over Axiom Vex. He has the experience, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible match. I don't think you can deny that. Absolutely incredible match. Wow, 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 wow. Ladies and gentlemen. That is all I can say to that. That was fantastic. I didn't know when that match was going to end. Goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we have the reverse of it now. We have Companion versus El Baron, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready for this one? I know Companion is. Ready and waiting. I mean, if they put up half of the match that Drew and Vex just did, it will be a banger, ladies and gentlemen. There is the double champion. Of course, successfully retained on Fury against Velgo. One half of the RPW Tag Team Champs and the Cruiserweight Champs. Say what you want about El Baron. He's got swag. He's got aura, ladies and gentlemen. He's got aura. That is for sure. El Baron aura. No shot is CAW beating Baron. Well, we shall see. Maybe he has the advantage coming off the win against, or coming off Drew Payne winning, sorry, against his tag partner. Maybe Companion feeling confident of that one. Bell is rank. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Warzone continues. The Fatal 4-Way up next. Hicks Martin, Callacane, and Sam Everett. Imagine both the Believers pin both of the tag team champs. Again, it doesn't mean anything. It's good momentum for Drew. I'm not taking it away from Drew Payne, but when the title's on the line, it's a tag team match. It's completely different, ladies and gentlemen. It's completely different. It's a massive win, though. That's for sure. It's a massive win for Drew Payne. Oh! Companion! Dare I say, I mean, the white and blue, this might be Com's best look, by the way. I liked his blue a couple of years ago, but I think I like this attire more. He's looking the part now, and Com's actually been impressing as well. Com has been impressing. Which I'm excited for. Ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm, and I quote from the anonymous World Warzone General Manager, news has just come in terms of an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, after the fantastic women's tag team match earlier today between Unholy Union and Amber and Cheese, the two final matches today are being swapped over. Gore and Sibs will be the penultimate match of the show today, and the main event will now be the team of Dynasty versus the team of Mutiny. Ladies and gentlemen, just announced from the World Warzone anonymous general manager. I got the ping, and I quoted Dynasty versus Mutiny. Main eventing here today on World Warzone. And I think it should have been like that anyway. I think W from the anonymous World Warzone general manager. Absolute W. Oh, knee strike to the back. Looks very good as a believer. Show the Mexican power. Com taking it easy. Little jog on the spot. Over the ropes is El Baron. Com needing a little breather, maybe. What's he going for, though? Oh, knee strike, and El Baron goes over, and if that was Regents Rumble, El Baron would be eliminated. Could you imagine Companion being your Regents Rumble winner, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, Regents Rumble this season will be in 2027. We've already had our Rumble of 2026. Brutus Brickley was the victor. Early shouts for Regents Rumble winner of 2027. If you had to pick someone. I know 90% of the RPW universe would say Luka Novak, but they say him for every single pay-per-view. 2027 sounds so crazy, I know. It's because it's in this season, but obviously it's next year. So I think it confuses some people. Abaddon is not a bad shout for Regents Rumble winner. I think he'll definitely stack up a lot of eliminations. That's for sure. Have to go with the fan favorite, Sam Everett, for your Regents Rumble winner. Would be something. Welcome in, Jay, over on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. FIFA career modes just are awful. Absolutely awful game. FIFA, Football Life. Football games are just shit. RPW took over, and I have not missed it. That's for sure. Tato wouldn't be a bad shout either. Tato would not be a bad shout. Companion stomping his way. Oh my God, big boot from El Baron right to the face. Lovely reversal there, taking him down. Been following it since 2022. Come on. That's what I like to hear, bro. RPW over, man. I'm telling you. Football games are shit. Football Manager, FIFA, and football, or whatever they are. All football games are just shit now, man. Boring, shit, awful. They all just want your money. Awful, man. RPW, the way forward. The way to go. That's for sure. I think RW will win Regents Rumble. Nice slam down now, Baron. Doesn't go for the pinfall, though. He's saying, let's do one more. And the luchadors of the crowd are saying, let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Baron trying to position. Boom! For the Mexican Destroyer. He taught Axiom Vex that move as well. Hooks the leg. Whoa! Caught with a kick out. Wowzers. Some good resiliency today. Some real good resiliency today. Ironically, Romanik, who I thought would have more. Romanik's never been one to have good resiliency, though, I've noticed. If Romanik gets hit with a big move, chances are he's done. His wins are normally he tries to hit his big moves first, which he did today, but Fredo just had that resiliency to win the opening match. Companion staying alive. That was a shock, that's for sure. Oh, Baron. His reversals come out of nowhere. His spear has aura, so it's okay. The spear against Jitendra. What do you guys think about that? I mean, Tito, you're a Origin superstar. What do you think about it? Dragon Omanic appearing at the end of Breakout, helping Asher Kane retain. Obviously, I wasn't calling that match. That was RK, but I was watching, and what a show it was. What a match it was. And what a surprising moment. I mean, I don't think anyone suspected that to happen. Baron pointing at... Oh! Tom Pianyan. He's putting up a fight! That's for sure. Not giving up without a fight. Headbutt by Com. Blood pouring down his face. Kick out too. I think it wasn't fair. As much as I hated Jitendra, Asher should have been able to do it himself. But Game recognizes Game, yeah. I mean, there's definitely something going on between them. He had a little handshake to Romanik as well post-show. Oh, when he was eventually not injured or not unable to speak, that is. Com. There's the companion we know and love. Oh, Baron middle rope. Oh, hello. You know what follows? Boom! Revenge. As they split the singles matches. El Baron has been fantastic this season. 2 championships are on his waist and untold victories. He has been doing it so well this season, ladies and gentlemen. So well. Companion, great performance. Did not go down without a fight, that's for sure. But what a victory for El Baron. They split it, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1. Drew beats Axiom. El Baron beats Companion. Ladies and gentlemen, at Beach Bash, which way do you think it goes? Maybe next week we see the reverse. Drew vs El Baron, the 2 winners. Which way do you think it goes next week? Sorry, at Beach Bash. The Believers or the Champions? Ladies and gentlemen, who would you choose if you had to choose one? I'm interested to know where you think it goes, ladies and gentlemen, as we advance with the first of 2 fatal 4-way matches. Ladies and gentlemen, actually quite excited for this one. Sam Everett back on a war zone, and he got added straight back into a match, ladies and gentlemen, straight away as well. Straight away. He got added back into it. Martin the Mouth, of course. Martin and Sam have a lot of history. Sam Everett, once upon a time, ran him over with a car, ladies and gentlemen, but apparently Sam Everett, a new man now. A new man now. We'll see how much of a new man he is, surrounded by Hicks T and Martin the Mouth. That's for sure. 2 people very outspoken, very open with Sam Everett. What do you guys think about Sam being back on Mondays? Are you for it? Are you against it? What do you think? Now remember, I mean, some of you believe, some of you don't. Okay? Some of you believe, some of you don't. This whole curse thing. Well, exactly, Sebastian, you read my mind. It's on my, like, we can't not discuss it. You know what I mean? We can't not discuss it. The weekend Sam Everett had, by the way, cars breaking down and all the... I don't know, man. There seems to be something in the air. I hope Sam does well, but joining the Believers, really a bad decision, says Madison Carter. Aries Hicks T. There are no curses. I mean, Madison, again, for your sake, I hope you're right, Madison. For your sake, I hope you're right. It is. I mean, looking at this match, there's two cursed superstars in this match. If you are Luka Novak, if you are Madison Carter, you got to be watching this, and R-Dub, you got to be watching this thinking like, hey, you know, like, even if you don't believe it, sometimes there's still some of that juju out there. It could be a coincidence. They could come out and absolutely dominate. And then all of a sudden, you have nothing to worry about. Hicks T. It was announced by the anonymous World Warzone general manager that immunity will not be the official drink of World Warzone. But Hicks T still says he's higher than everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Hicks T still says he's ready to prove he doesn't need anyone around them. And I'm interested to see if that is right, ladies and gentlemen, if that is true, because, I mean, it's all well and good constantly saying you're higher than everyone, but when your drink's not getting over, and there has been some questionable, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen, some questionable decisions as of late, that is for sure. So it's always interesting when you see stuff like that. I mean, I want the best for everyone. 100% great song indeed. I want the best for everyone, but it's always a tricky one knowing if other people do it. You know, Daniel Black beat him, of course, for the drink debacle on Friday Night Fury, where Crime became the official drink of Friday Night Fury, and then he got moved to a Warzone, and you have to think about what's best for you, what's best for your image. Obviously, everything happened after we Tender Khan. I'm not going to dwell on that too much as well. You know, that's not my position, per se. I have nothing against Hicks T personally. I like Hicks T as a superstar. I know he thinks himself as a businessman. Maybe it detracts from his in-ring work. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe he's able to compete in both. But Kyler Kane, I mean, GMK has worked for this guy before. Failed one, it comes to mind. I've always liked Kyler Kane as well, the torn card. I've always liked Kyler Kane. I've always thought he has great talent, great upside. Again, he's always struggled to actually show it, though. And then there's this man, ladies and gentlemen, returning to World Warzone. This man's gone back and forth between the shows. He basically took a case in the chamber spot from World Warzone as a Fury superstar, gave it away to an Origin superstar. That whole thing was a mind meld as well, ladies and gentlemen, that's for sure. Still don't really understand what happened there, but it did indeed happen. Who's your pick to win, ladies and gentlemen? Mark them out. Kyler Kane, Hicks T, or Sam Everett? I think Sam Everett comes back with a bang. I think he gets rid of the cursed allegations after the awful weekend he's had. I think he comes back to a Warzone and sets a new leaf. I mean, he obviously did not see eye to eye. I'm saying you, Sam. I'm saying you. I think he did not see eye to eye with Vince Shimon, obviously. He had some issues, some problems over on Fury. Not that he's never had issues on World Warzone, to say the least, but again, I think sometimes a different location can help. Hicks T looking good. He's got that immunity pumping through him. Martin the Mouth dropped a lot of weight. Kyler Kane still needs to show some sort of prowess, ladies and gentlemen. That's for sure. This match is underway. Oh, and Sam Everett goes flying right off the gate. Martin the Mouth and Sam Everett meet back up, ladies and gentlemen. I can't remember the last time they've shared the ring together. As pinfall broken up early doors. Martin and Sam, again, they have that history, that's for sure. They have that history as he's going for his pop-up powerbomb. No! Martin and Kyler Kane. Both double team. Sam Everett, headbutt reversal. Martin goes after Hicks. Now, last week, of course, Hicks T beat Martin the Mouth in a count-out victory, ladies and gentlemen. I know Martin the Mouth was not too pleased losing via counter. Oh, right-hander. And down goes Sam, ladies and gentlemen. Where's Kane? He's in the ring. I was trying to find him to break that one up. Martin the Mouth lost to Hicks T last week via countout. And again, he's not going to be too pleased with that. Hicks T showing off the immunity look. On the outside. Now back into the ring. Kane with the strength, no. Hicks T gets reversed. Oh, and gets a right-hander of his own. Martin the Mouth just dealing in right hooks right now, ladies and gentlemen. Body's flying everywhere yet again. Martin with the tax. Dumps him on the body of Hicks T, and there's Martin the Mouth. Feeling confident, wants revenge against Hicks T after that count-out loss. Never fun losing by count-out. Oh, and a thumbtack. That surprises me that he left the ring there. I think staying in the ring would be the way to go. Oh, boy. Kane watching on face. First goes Sam Everett, who's thrown back in the ring. Kane stops Martin from rejoining. Thrown into the back of Hicks T, though. Oh, what a cut by Kane. Who said Kane? Tito. I can see Kane with a win, to be fair. I do like what I see from Kane. Another right hook, Sam Everett. Oh, the slap. Slapped him across the face. Martin fights back, though, ladies and gentlemen. Another right-hander. There's the pinfall on Sam Everett. 3 count. Hicks T on the arm on the outside, but it doesn't matter. Martin the Mouth with the right-handers, ladies and gentlemen. He was wheeling and dealing in right-handers. And Sam Everett, in his Woe Warzone return, takes the pin. And Martin the Mouth back to winning ways, ladies and gentlemen, by pinning Sam Everett. Hicks and Kane distracted on the outside. Martin the Mouth bounces back, ladies and gentlemen, from his loss via countout. He'll be happy bouncing back from that one. That is for sure, but what if you're Sam Everett, eh? What if you're Sam Everett taking the pin? Hicks also getting the loss in that one as well. Not a good look, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good look. That is for sure. Goddamn, Sam. Just disappointing. Oh, dear. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dear. Vince going to be laughing at that one. Back on Monday is Sam Everett, back with a loss in multi-man action. I think Hicks T, going to be quite annoyed at that one, that's for sure. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, after that match, Sam Everett now has 5 matches to go before tying the record, ladies and gentlemen. Is it tying or breaking? Let's have a look. So that was 91. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 matches before tying the record, ladies and gentlemen. 5 matches before he ties the record for most matches without a championship win. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do you think he's going to break it, ladies and gents? Welcome in Haley CAW. Haley, I don't know if you heard the news backstage. Mutiny versus Dynasty. The anonymous general manager has said it is now the main event of the show today, ladies and gentlemen, replacing Gore versus Sims, which will be before. So, Haley, get ready for that main event match. I think fully deserved. That's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really do. As we move on. Now, Sky Demoy, I mean, I know she's not really known for her in-ring work, but 3-4-6, she's never won a singles match. 0-for-3 so far in singles competition is Sky Demoy of the Dynasty. Ladies and gentlemen, excited to see what goes down here today between her and the superhero of Astra Starling. Excited for this one. Astra, the hero that we need. The hero's been quiet as of late. I'm hoping she's still feeling heroic. Still feeling up to the task of saving World Warzone. That ring can't be ring legal, can it? Consuela rings the bell. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As World Warzone continues, Haley, lovely to see you on a Monday. Love that you're main evented today. All best of luck against the Dynasty in today's match, my friend. Hope you don't mind me calling you my friend. Astro Starling and Sky Demoy, one-on-one. Nice suplex there. And we was talking about the curse earlier. Sam took the pin. Hicks was outside. Not looking good for Madison and Adam and Luca. I mean, Luca potentially has a big match coming up against GMK at Beach Bash. If I was Luca Novak, just to be sure, I would 100% make sure that curse goes away before a pay-per-view match. But who am I to say? Astro Starling busted open already. Skyboy looking for a first singles win here. I don't know, Madison. It's looking a bit iffy to me. I don't know. It's looking a bit... 5 more matches forwarded to the breach. I charge Sam. It's looking a bit... I don't know, man. Clearly something is... It's looking a bit iffy, Sam. It's not looking great, that's for sure. Sky Demoy setting up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, 2 knees right to the midsection. Crowd liking that one. Astra v Sky. Didn't think it was going to get This Is Awesome job, but there you go. World Warzone feeling it. Lock up between the two. Sky Demoy. Behind, holding on. Roll up. Find that bottom rope, no. Astro fights out of it. I've liked what I've seen by Astro Starling. Percentage-wise, not got off to the best of starts in her career, but I think she's definitely a fan favorite and definitely knows what she's capable of in the World Warzone ring, that's for sure. Overqualified. Don't know who that's referencing. Oh! Lovely Inzaguri there. Of course, today's main event, Dynasty versus Mutiny. The stipulation on the line, if Mutiny lose, they are forced into Dynasty-related promotional content for Beach Bash, ladies and gentlemen, which I think we know. What that might mean for Mutiny, which, would be against everything they stand for. This match arguably more important than a title match against the Dynasty here. Of course, also a Beach Bash preview as Haley Calcutta and Portia Van Alden face off against each other. Of course, at Beach Bash, they have a, can't believe I'm about to say this, bra and panties match. And then the other side of the coin, we have Vittoria Moretti versus Maria Valentine, both involved in the triple threat match for the prestigious championship against Irene Mortain, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, great booking by the anonymous general manager today. We have the preview between both teams, much like we had on Holy Union and Cheese and Amber earlier today, the Fury rivalry and then the World Warzone rivalry. It's very, very similar. Maria and Vittoria will be in the ring at Beach Bash against each other. Haley and Portia will be in the ring at Beach Bash against each other. And I think it's amazing to see a little bit of a preview in today's main event. Similarly, Gore versus Sims will both be sharing the ring at Beach Bash as well in the penultimate match today. After the fatal four-way, oh my goodness! Astro Starling, the superhero, just went flying, ladies and gentlemen. Sky Demoy actually looking very, very good right now. Which, again, in the ring, she's not shown too much talent as of yet. But again, she's not really, that's not really her forte. She's more of the voice of the Dynasty, the legal side of the Dynasty, rather than a competitor. But she is still a World Warzone superstar. She needs to perform when she can, and she just got her first win, ladies and gentlemen. The referee took ages. I thought for sure Astro Starling was going to kick out. I might need a replay. Was there any holding on to the tights? Or I don't know. Still don't like the stipulation, but can't keep me away.
Here is your winner.
I don't know what just happened, but Sky Demoy, her first singles win over her career, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Astro Starling had a bit of oomph left. I did not think that was going to be a 3 count. But sometimes in RPW, those surprise pins, well, they just get you, ladies and gentlemen. Haley CAW, obviously not a fan of that outcome as we move on. 3 matches remaining. Madison Carter did wish her luck, Astra Starling luck, before the match. Maybe that's part of the curse. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. We'll move on. Second Fatal 4 match of the show. As Crazy Smile Man is smiling away, ladies and gentlemen. What a Fatal 4 match this is. Crazy Smile Man, RK, Oliver Kings, and Kaiju Jaeger. Oh, I love Crazy Smile Man. I still want to see him versus Sims for that Universal. If Sims retains that Beach Bash, I want to see Crazy Smile Man have another go at him. That old school rivalry. I would love to see it. He's having a great season. He's mixing in with the World Championship names, with the main event names. I would love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of main event names, speaking of World Champion names, not really been a main event name per se this season. Obviously focusing on his GM work as Origin General Manager in the ring. He's been struggling though if we look at percentages. Ladies and gentlemen, RK overall 63%, last year 66%, this year down 27, 39%. Ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Smile Man quite the opposite. He went from 41% to 64%. He shot up, ladies and gentlemen. Oliver Kings down to 29% on the season. Kaiju Jaeger 27% as well. Some big names, some fun names, but some superstars that have been struggling in parts of their career. RK is one of those names, though, former superstar of the year, and you can't deny the talent this man possesses. Great match against CAW 2 weeks ago. Great match against Fredo last week as well. You can't deny what he brings to the RPW ring. Maybe he's just not fun. Maybe he's spreading himself too thin. Origin General Manager, leader of the Academy now as well. And also trying to compete on World Warzone, I don't know. He does have a US title match at Beach Bash, though. So yeah, GMK says so excited to watch. He does have a US title match. He's never been US champ before. Dragon vs RK, a Regents main event match before. So, I mean, clearly, again, like I say, RK is a big enough name. Even when he's struggling, 39%, whatever it is, all he has to do is ask for a match against the champion, and it's an honor for the champion and him to share the ring again, especially someone he shared the ring with at Regents Rumble, at Regents Mania. Him and Dragon have had those big moments before. Dragon knows it's a massive defense, so Dragon was more than happy to say yes, ladies and gentlemen. And then you have Kaiju Jaeger, last year became US champ at Beach Bash himself. And then last but not least, a former world champ as well. We know our Kings are no longer tagging after their loss against the Believers a couple of weeks ago. RK and Ollie had a little ministry reunion on World Warzone. Didn't quite go the way they expected. I thought they would have a real chance at winning the tag team titles, but was not meant to be. Just a short-lived tag team stint. I know RK's been missing Maurice Axel more and more by the day since joining World Warzone, or rejoining World Warzone, I should say, ladies and gentlemen. Oliver freaking Kings here today. 3 matches remaining here on World Warzone. Up next, we have CAW versus Sibs. 1-on-1 Beach Bash preview before the main event. Mutiny versus Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. Give me some names for this one. Crazy Smile Man, RK, Kaiju Jaeger, Oliver freaking Kings. If you had to pick a name, which one would you pick? See, normally I'd go for my twin brother. I'd go for that man, RK, but I'm going to be unbiased. I'm going to go Crazy Smile Man. I'm going to play the numbers game. And I'm going to go Crazy Smile Man. Gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling this might be longer than the other Fatal 4 matchup. It might not be, but there's some big names involved. RK right after Oliver freaking Oliver freaking King, sorry. GMK is getting in my mind now. GMK goes Kaiju. GMK has the training going to get back to match fitness. Ollie's going to be flying everywhere, that's for sure, in a match like this. Ollie and RK. I don't think they've had many one-on-ones together. Obviously, they had their ministry days, and then even when they split, they were on opposite shows and weren't really going at each other too much. They kind of avoided each other. Ollie and RK's a great matchup. This tag team did not work. Crowd have been electric all night here on World Warzone. Lovely Hurricanrana. Kaiju gets a sneaky pin. I'm going Crazy Smile Man. I like what he's been doing. Really like what he's been doing. DDT. Ollie in though, tough crowd. Not for Kaiju, they're on their feet. Nice combination. Former Cruiserweight champion. Been a lot, taking it day by day. Ollie Irish whip. Off the rope, nice arm drag. Not Fool's Count anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Not Fool's Count anywhere. Nice back and forth. There you go. They've been training a lot together, Ollie and RK. In that tag team, of course. They might know a lot about each other. Four superstars to the outside. RK already feeling fired up on the outside. Oh boy. Ollie back into the ring. Someone was shouting there's blood. I don't know who it was for. I know RK likes to bleed a lot. Oh no, it's crazy smile man. I think caught his nose a little bit. RK flexing to the camera, back into the ring. Look at crazy smile man go. Quite connect the way you'd like to. But for a man that size, he should not be flying like that. It is very, very impressive. DDT, we know RK loves the DDT, says it's his favorite move.
Oh, the hoof! The hoof!
Ladies, well, I know it's been dark time for RK with this percentage. That used to, When was the last time we've seen the hoof, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, that was a long time ago. Our King's a little team up. They've still got it. If you know about the hoof, ladies and gentlemen, on the same day, the Final Testament win in the Women's Tag Division too. If you know about the hoof, you know about a very dark time of RK's career. A very, very dark time of RK's career. I know superstars like Sam Everett will know a lot about that hoof. That caught me by surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Really caught me by surprise. I don't like that implication. Do you think there are a lot of sheep in the locker room? I mean, funny you ask about sheep after we see the hoof. Ollie goes down. GMK, I'm staying out of locker room trouble. I'm not picking sides. I'm here to talk about what's happening on screen, in the ring. I'm not here to talk about backstage politics. I'm staying out of that this season. I had enough of that in the past couple of years. If you want to talk about what's happening in the ring, I'm more than happy to field questions. That's crazy. Smartman goes up top and comes down strong. I don't like that implication either, Haley. After the Final Testament appear in a tag team match, we haven't seen Morgan for a long time. We know RK Morgan had that interesting relationship, yes or no? Again, I gave my answer, GMK. I gave my answer, I'm not involved. Kaiju Ollie in the ring. Oh, I really don't like that. That's not gonna lie, it raised the hairs on my arms a little bit and down my spine. I've not seen that move in a long, long time. I forgot the dog was here. That raised. Gave me some goosebumps. I didn't know what he was going for. I didn't know what he was going for. Kaiju missing. And ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Black joining us from God knows where as well with the sheep. And well, first we have the Final Testament Unholy Union win a tag team match. Then we see the hoof, and now Daniel Black from who knows where with a sign of the sheep. I really don't like this. What a spear by RK. Cutting Kaiju in half, but crazy smart man there to intercept. I knew this would be a great fatal four-way matchup for amazing names in action. But now my mind is going elsewhere, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not liking these implications. Really not liking these implications. Ollie, nice takedown. Kaiju. Rolling Ollie over. Ollie screaming. In agony, face first he goes. Concerning series of events. It's not ideal what's just happened there. Kaiju goes for the pinfall on Oliver freaking Kings, trying to steal one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, crazy Smartman breaks it up at 2.999. Doesn't get much closer than that. Maybe it was just a one-off, who knows? Crazy Smama watching Arcade deliver the boot to sleep. Kaiju goes down. Arcade, clothesline, Consuela catching that one. Referee's down, and I really don't like what I'm seeing from Arcade right now, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't like what I'm seeing. Attacking referees, the hoof came out. It's just getting worse and worse in this match, ladies and gentlemen, for RK. Pinfall by Ollie. Consuela's there. Kaiju breaks it up. Not Consuela. Ollie to the corner. RK gets caught from behind. Irish whip off the rope. Runs into Kaiju. Nice reversal there. Ollie looking for the one-wing Kings. Kaiju with a reversal, though. Welcoming Gore in action up next against Sibs. The founding father of RPW versus the golden boy of RPW. I knew this would be a great match. Again, any match RK's in, it's always been a banger. I love that Kaiju and Crazy are amongst these names as well. I know Ollie might not be known as like a big name these days, but his history speaks for itself. Nice suplex, holds on though. Kaiju pin Ollie, it's easy. Ollie springboard, RK rolls out. Crazy Smartman alone with Ollie, who gets the reversal. Irish whip off the rope. Lovely takedown, Oliver freaking Kings. Hooks the leg on Crazy. Ooh. I thought it might be done then. I thought it might be done. Ollie too slow. Kaiju RK outside, dangerous. Ollie dropped on his head. Kaiju back in with RK, the Origin general manager. Pop, pop, bang! What a right hander from Crazy Smart Man. Everyone's on their last legs. They're looking a bit sluggish, I'm not going to lie. Oliver freaking Kings has RK up on his shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. The one-wing Kings! RK slammed down. Ollie doesn't pin though. Ollie doesn't pin. Kendo stick to the back. War and Sibs up next. Mutiny and Dynasty main event in Kaiju Jaeger. Kaiju Jaeger trying to steal it with a roll up. Quite enough on it though. RK. Oh, he was going for super sweet chin music. Could not connect though. RK off the road, missing. Oh, Consuela, watch out. Kaiju confusing him. Nice close on there. Ollie waiting though. Might be smart by Ollie, because now the ring has been emptied. Tay Jones joining us from Origin, shouting, come on RK, of course. His leader in the Academy and his leader in Origin. Tay Jones wanting RK to get the victory today, but Crazy Smile Man is still my pick for the win. Taking down Ollie, keeping down Kaiju. RK still flexing. Crazy Smart Man looking fired up. RK gets involved. Sweet chin music. Doesn't pin though. Turns to Kaiju Jaeger. Trying to team with Ollie. Ollie says no. Knee strike by RK. Crazy Smart Man goes down, and there is a lot of blood. There is a lot of blood. Painful. Broken. RK and Ollie, former teammates. Ollie reverses. Irish whip to the corner. Crazy to the opposite corner. Ollie in control, both superstars across from each other. I don't think he knows that RK's behind him though. Yep, there it is. Boom. Ollie planted. Rolls out. RK, Crazy Smart Man, one-on-one, middle rope. Boom, big DDT. After the sweet chin music, RK goes for the pin. Did not see Kaiju enter behind him. Breaks it up. Russian leg sweep, boom. Middle of the ring, RK. Lock up between the two. From behind, German suplex. Can't quite get him over, but he gets him down. Swing and a miss by Crazy. That one does not miss though. Ollie back in. RK rolls out. Kings has Crazy. Knee strike. Shades of RK with that one. Crazy rolls out 1-on-1. Ollie and Kaiju. 1-on-1, middle of the road, Warzone ring. Could you imagine Kaiju Jaeger walking out with a win? And he leaves the ring. RK Crazy meet up outside. Kaiju, I don't think that's smart. Leaving Ollie in the ring. You had him where you wanted him. You wanted revenge though. Wanted to take down Crazy Smart Man. Blood all over him. All four superstars to the outside. Ollie and RK, no love lost between that former tag team. Kaiju pin Ollie. RK gets Ollie back into the ring where he can be pinned. Ollie under the ring looking for something. Baseball bat. With the blood already in this match, that's not a good look. Getting extra weaponry out. What a show it's been, man. World Warzone has been incredible. Crazy Smart Man. Big slam on Ollie. Get him in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Front row getting their money's worth. One thing's for sure, this Fatal 4-Way way better than the last one. Blood on Kaiju. Oh my God, what a spear! It looked like RK jumped through the camera into Kaiju and cut him in half, ladies and gentlemen. That was brutal. Ollie's easy pickings for anyone. But they need to get in the ring first. RK looking at his watch. RK's wondering how long this match is going to be. RK in front of my announcer's desk. Crazy Smart Man saying it's over. Ollie joins him from behind. Crazy did not see him. Love you too. RK leaving them in the ring. That would be the smartest move. Kaiju looks stunned. RK taunting him. Like an animatronic in Five Nights at Freddy's. Kaiju submission. Doesn't matter on the outside though. RK can tap all he wants. It will not matter. He's not going to tap though. Ollie watching. Ollie taunting. All four back to the outside. Look at the blood in that ring. I mean, that's what you want. Oh, RK's had back trouble before, and that's not going to help. Asher Kane's already out injured. You don't want RK to join him. But power bombs like that on the lower back of RK is never good. My God. Kaiju in the ring. RK gonna join him, ladies and gentlemen. On RK right. Into a go-to sleep to Kaiju Jaeger. Will Ollie let him pin? Oh, he does. Not. I thought Ollie was gonna let him win then. For a split second. Oh, Ollie, what's he going for? Go to sleep? No, he slams Crazy down though. One of his own broken up. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Ollie reversed. DDT. Boom. RK rolls out. Ollie reversed. Oh, that could have been it. Kaiju, what have you got in store, my friend? What have you got in store? Whoops him up and takes him down. No road breaks, of course. Ollie stranded. RK, oh, we was just about to tap. And RK breaks it up. Oh my God. And now RK goes flying. Missing though, as Kaiju goes for the pin. RK missed and RK's fuming. Kaiju pins Ollie. RK went for the knee. Kaiju moved Ollie out of the way. RK hit his knee and Kaiju just pinned him. 1, 2, 3. And Kaiju Jaeger with a mega fatal 4-way win. Massive win for the Jägermeister. That is mega. Another 5-star match as well. Mega. From Kaiju Jaeger, ladies and gentlemen. Penultimate match of World Warzone now. It's swapped with the new main event. Beach Bash preview. The founding father Gore goes up against Sibs. Oh, Ollie took the pin. RK, another loss. A lot to unpack, ladies and gentlemen. I need to be in Beach Bash to Vince. I hope you're watching. Wow, dude. Remember, I mean, Kaiju, to Vince isn't your general manager. You need the anonymous general manager to be watching. To Vince can't book you for Beach Bash. You need your GM to be booking you. RK is fighting Dragon for the US Championship. Kaiju won that title last year at Beach Bash. Maybe you should make your name known for the US title match. I don't know. I don't know. Phenomenal match of World Warzone, though. What I do know is this is going to be a slobber knocker, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a war. Here on World Warzone. Kaiju for that cruiserweight. Yeah, this is going to be devastating. This is going to be devastating. Ladies and gentlemen, 352 days. The greatest RPW Universal Champion of all time. This man is the reason Jocko's no longer World Warzone General Manager. Over 500 total days as champion. The first ever Universal Champion. And now the longest ever. A reign we may never see broken again. This man's going to Beach Bash to defend against Gore and against Fredo. The Golden Boy, the Beast, the Dominator. Why'd you have to bring up each time? It's just a big thing, Jocko. To Vince has said, anytime Sibs makes his entrance, I have to say it. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just get told what they are. This match will go crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, the blood remains from last match. Again, Fredo is Mr. Case in the Chamber. Of course, he cannot cash it in this match. He's already announced that he will cash it in at Beach Bash, ladies and gentlemen. The blood remains. And I'm sure there will be more blood to shed here today. I don't doubt that. What a match we have in store. Consuela refereeing. Who do you guys think wins at Beach Bash? Last year it was Sibs via the cash-in. Gore, Sibs or Fredo. If you had to pick one, who would you pick? Me personally, the odds aren't in Sibs' favor. He has a 33% chance at successfully retaining. I'm going Sibs retains, though. The champ doesn't have to be pinned, but I don't know, the way he's been going, I think he is on a mean streak, and I don't think he's going to lose that championship anytime soon. I'm saying Sibs retains at Beach Bash. Consuela is counting, count of 6. Sibs into the ring. Oh, Gore, please. Okay, good. I was going to say. Oh, there's a Gore! Hey, Joe says Sibs as well. He looks like a monster. That he does. I saw a tail of the tapes that said, if Sibs doesn't win, Gore wins. It listed Gore as 6'5" and Sibs as 6'3". I'm pretty sure they got that wrong. I was going to say, I swear Sibs is taller than Gore. He looks it, right? There's no way Gore is 6'5". And Sibs is, I think it was the other way around. Haley thinks it'll be Fredo. Really? I mean, Fredo's 100% right now. He's beating Gore. He's beating RK. He's beating Romanik. I don't think that's crazy to say. There is Luka Novak. Another one of the cursed superstars. We saw 2 cursed superstars lose today. Again, Luka. If I was you, I would try to rob that curse off as quick as possible, my friend. Before Beach Bash, if you do end up going there. It's not looking great. Oh, bless me. Sibs, nice reversal. Kick to the midsection. Hook in the arms. Future shock DDT. Oh my God, Gore though. Gore was trying to say, I don't care. Gore was trying to eat it. Sibs said, oh, no, you don't. He said, eat this, bitch. There's a Claymore. Right to the face. Hook of the leg. And Gore kicks out though. I'm assuming that's going to be the main event, right? Sibs, Fredo, Gore, Universal title. And that's the cash-in as well. Like, I'm assuming that's the main event of Beach Bash right there. If it's not, I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. A repeat of last year where Sibs cashed in on Fredo. Welcome in, Leo. I think a lot of people are late today. That's okay. That match will probably end up taking it. Yeah, 100%. I think that'll be the main event. 100%. Brandon Bombs versus Lamin Noir. Irena Vittoria Moretti. Haley Porsche. Believers vs Axiom and Baron. RK Dragon. Drip versus Tato. GMK Luca. Maybe Brutus. We don't know. Got some very fun matches, that's for sure. Gore in the corner. Head for the steam. Floats over. Boom. Love the blood all around the ring. Bleed blue. Ladies and gentlemen, look at Gore go. Who said the big man can't fly? God, Sibs is big, isn't he? My God. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger man than Sibs. Like, I've seen taller. I've seen bit, like, heavier. But Sibs' body is an anomaly, man. He's a freak of nature. Oh, with a barricade. He is a freak of nature. He's a behemoth. Gore. Oh, German suplex of his own. Gore and Sibs still in shape. 2 season winners. Right next to the announcement desk. Main event up next, ladies and gentlemen. Mutiny versus Dynasty. Gore pinfall. Not even a 1 count. Good luck, my friend. Spear versus Claymore in this one. Oh, shout out to GMK with that one. The message has been sent, ladies and gentlemen. Sibs Claymore reversed. Gore moves all the way. I've got no clue what this curse is about and why I specifically have to have it, but I don't care. Again, that's fine. I'm just saying, based on today, best of luck, my friend. I'm just superstitious, so maybe it's just me. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing. I watch my back balls. Maybe it's nothing, Luca. Maybe it's nothing. I mean, Sam and Hicks definitely fell asleep today, but we'll hear from them later. Maybe it's nothing. I'm hoping for you it's not. The curse looks real. It's not looking great, I'll be honest with you. I don't think anyone's won since getting cursed. Gotta watch out for a Gore submission hold. Imagine making Universal Champ tap out. Middle of the ring, blood surrounding them. Sibs too strong though. Too strong. Gore too quick maybe. With some strength of his own. I'm surprised no blood has dropped in this match yet. To join the blood around the ring. Sibs rolls out. Blood on the apron as well. Gore loves a top rope maneuver, getting the crowd going. I'm used to Gore with hair now, I like it. Cave in from the top rope. Luca is a dead man walking again. I mean, It's a tough one, that's for sure. Gore with a ground and pound MMA style. There's the forearms. The elbows. Brutal. Left-handers to the temple as well. I think Gore heard me about blood. Gore giving the crowd a view. What is that man doing? Nothing. Got to run, by the way, KR. Hair looks fantastic. Much appreciate Kaiju. No one compliments KR enough, man. Appreciate you and love you, my friend. Have a great day. Great win as well. Always love seeing you, Kaiju. One of my favorites. Much appreciate the compliment as well. Back into the ring we go. Have a great day, buddy. Gore's my favorite cruiserweight in the company. Hey! That wasn't even a jump. Oh! Cursed PoE match in Jeopardy could face that big fumbler. I mean, maybe Brutus getting involved is part of the curse as well. Like, it's not just in the ring. Sam was having some bad luck this weekend. Again, Luca, I'd look into it, man. What was that goal? Welcome in Austin Palmer. The good vibes on Monday. And again, Gore with those forearms. He's trying to make Sims bleed, man. He's trying to make him bleed. Knee strike. Gore is looking relentless here today. The submission could be dangerous. Oh my God. Oh, it is a submission. Sims is like a fish. But he fights out of it. Oh, that lower back. Oh, Claymore! Gore draws blood. 1, 2, and a kick out. Woo, that Claymore is deadly. I need to pee, but I don't want to miss a second. Oh, neck break. I thought it was another Claymore. Claymore versus a spear is devastating, man. It does, Haley. It does. It's so scary because you never know when it's going to appear. It's so scary. One of the most devastating moves in all of RPW, man. It's been a hell of a show today. A hell of a show. Really, really has been. There's Gore face first into the turnbuckle. Can I hold on for the main event? It's going to be a long one. I'm after P during the first team's entrance. Both back up, middle of the ring. Sibs sending a message. And hooks the leg. I don't think he's ever won with that move before, but now he has. Universal Champion. I told you, you've got to vote for the percentage, ladies and gentlemen. And the percentage went for Sibs. Ladies and gentlemen, huge victory there before Beach Bash. This man is devastating. Gore has lost to Fredo and has lost to Sibs. It's not a good run for Gore. Heading to Beach Bash. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the main event of Woe Warzone here today. Now, I don't want to miss the entrances, but I really do have to pee, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, we could hold on, but we could hold on and let them clean the ring. I kind of like the blood being there for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see what comes of it. We'll let them enter. I'm going to quickly run to the toilet as they do. Give me 2 seconds and we will be back. Well, I only missed one. I made it for the Queen at least. I have to be able to or else she might have fired me. Ladies and gentlemen, if I missed the Queen entrance, I may have been fired. Ladies and gentlemen, main event of a Woe Warzone. I do apologize for missing that, but I had to. In love with Maria. Bad choice, Guna. Ladies and gentlemen, Maria Valentine in first. Not entering together. Interesting. There is your Liberty champion, the Queen President of RPW. Last year's Queen of the Ring winner. Going to be excited to see how Regents Royalty goes later this year in November. Of course, the winner does get a title match as well. Porsche Van Ouden in the ring with Maria Valentine. One from Awards and one from Fury. I'm interested to see how they coexist, ladies and gentlemen. Had that for too long. Yeah, really interested to see how they coexist. When I think of the Dynasty, I don't think we've seen Porsche and Maria team before. I might be wrong, but of course, at Beach Bash, Haley versus Porsche will be happening. Maria versus Victoria will be happening. So I think it's a great tag team match. This is a normal tag match too. No extreme rules, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care. I want to see her win, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there is the Mutiny team. Haley Calco and Vittoria Meretti. Here in the main event. I think this deserves to be main event, man. The women's tag team division is my favorite. Mutiny are here. I think they deserve to be main eventing. I really, really do. I really, really do. I am excited for this one. Madison Carter cheering them on. I think this is a great matchup. It could be a long one as well, but I don't mind. I think this is a great matchup, man. Dynasty in action. Not the tag champs, though. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Who have you got? Are you Team Dynasty or are you Team... Oh, Maria tags herself in. Well, just as we were saying, can they coexist, ladies and gentlemen? Maria Valentine maybe overstepping. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Porsche hesitated there. Tagging back in. I don't know how Porsche is going to feel about that. But they do have some tag team maneuvers. As down goes Porsche Van Ouden. The blood still remains around the ring. Porsche wouldn't be happy. Oh my god, I thought she was running for Maria then. I thought she was running for Maria. Are you Team Mutiny or Team Dynasty? Oh, tag made. Haley versus Porsche. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Preview of Beach Bash. Haley vs Porsche. Oh, this deserves to main event, man. I think these are some of the greatest women superstars we have right now. I really do. The women's division has been so good. Last year, Hope Paterno won Superstar of the Year. I think a female could win it again this year. I think they have been so good in season number 5. Anthony's a busy man. It's up to me and you. Yeah, I've not seen Smiley for a while, to be fair. And now Tito's missing as well. We'll see what R-Dub and Leo can do. Nice tag team maneuver there. Oh my god! Clutches Team Mutiny. Really nice tag team maneuver. And so far, Dynasty, I think, are having the upper hand here. Well, that's what I mean. I know he's not missing, you know what I mean, though. He's missing from... He's gone from the Olympians. He's gone. Sunset here looking beautiful. Another tag between the Dynasty. They started a bit shaky, but they're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Porsche, Haley back involved. Love the subtle blue lighting. I love the World Warzone Arena, man. What a fun show it's been. Approaching 2 hours. It doesn't matter, though. It does not matter. Ref is counting. Haley brutal. Onslaught on the outside. Porsche back into the ring. Yeah, I was surprised Tito left as well. As soon as he won a championship, he left. Interesting. Maria keeps Haley outside. Count of 8, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Oh, count of 9. She made it. I think Porsche thought she won. Count of 9, and that would have been atrocious if they lost by a count in the main event. Oh, my God. My heart skipped a beat, ladies and gentlemen. Reminder, if Mutiny lose, they are forced into Beach Bash promotional content by the Dynasty. And potentially face them away. I think RK said that match is confirmed. RW vs Tito. If I'm not mistaken. Tay Jones said he did what he was supposed to do. This is fun. So good. This is... I love these tag teams. I really, really do. I think it's a great, great tag team match. Ladies and gentlemen. A great tag team match. Oh, 100%. I really, really do. Another tag... Portia and Maria, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't seen them much team together. They looked a bit iffy at the beginning, but man, they are flying, ladies and gentlemen. They are flying. They really, really are. Goodness gracious me. Tag made. Vittoria back in. Oh, nice knee strike. To the midsection. He graduated the dojo. I mean, if you want to, say the dojo is what helped him win, I mean, fair play. But to win gold and then leave, I don't know. Felt a bit odd to me, but I'm not involved. Hopefully you're still amicable together. Portia right in front of Haley CAW, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely springboard. Leaving after winning a championship, basically saying I'm better than these bombs. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. I would love to see Tito versus RW. Tito, new European champ, of course. Portia and Vittoria in the ring. Dynasty showing way better tag team maneuvers than Mutiny right now. Need to see more from Vittoria Marais. Her percentage is not great. Haley, of course, missed case in the chamber. I know Vittoria is capable of very, very good stuff, though. Another tag made. Haley back in. I'm a big fan of what Hales can bring to RPW. I think she's a future world champion. Whether it's with that briefcase or not, I think Haley CAW is an absolute superstar in the waiting, ladies and gentlemen. Just waiting to break out and make a name for herself. I think she's already done amazing. I think bigger things are to come. Count of 5 by the referee. Count of 6 by the referee. Count of 7 by the referee. Portia into the steel stairs. Count of 8. Count of 9. Tag made.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mutiny win via countout against all odds.
They've been very vocal about count-out wins recently, but that does not matter. A count-out victory is what does the job. I think the Van Ouden Dynasty was absolutely flying, but it's a win for Mutiny on the sheets, and they escape by the skin of their teeth, ladies and gentlemen. The Beach Bash promotional content with a count-out. I mean, a win is a win. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the Dynasty will see that point now. It's happened to them. Mutiny blooming. Ladies and gentlemen, wowzers. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Not what I expected. They even played the Van Ouden Dynasty music as well to add insult to injury. Ladies and gentlemen, what a World Warzone show it was. Dylan Kari, thanks for joining. I know Dylan has a massive UFC fight approaching. He's been killing it over in the UFC. Hopefully he can bring some of that to RPW. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show today was. We have one more World Warzone before Beach Bash, the go-home show next week, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely excited to see what goes down. I'd love to see Fredo versus Sibs both winning today. Of course, one more show before Beach Bash, ladies and gentlemen. Origin is this week. Gonna be a banger. More Ascent qualifiers, which I'm very excited for, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that this is who we are. Thank you for watching. Love you all.
Our history. Our moment. Our legacy. This is who we are.